This is the Jayhawk Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
High school basketball continues here in Jesup as the Jesup Jayhawks hosting the state champions from last year with Wapsie Valley Fairbank coming in. This is their first game of the season. Jesup already has one game under their belt as they beat Old Line last night, 76-56. Nate Clayberg and Luke Ballin returning from the upper patio of the South Gym here in Jesup. Anthony Baugh on I don't know if he's on everything yet. No, Eric Clark's still sticking around. Still sticking around on camera. Eric running that, but Luke, Wapsie Valley, it's not rebuild, it's reload.
Yeah, man, they didn't lose much from their state championship team last year. Obviously, they lost their big center and a couple other faces, but they got plenty returning. Always a deep ball threat, and this team's going to be no different. We're going to have to guard them tight around the arc there. I don't know, man. I'm always excited when Wapsie comes to town or when we go there because they're just always a well-coached team. They can shoot lights out. They're a fun team to watch, and frankly, I think Jesup's kind of a fun team to watch this year. Like Coach Smines, I talked to him before the game last week, and he said, I don't know how many games we're going to win, but I think we're going to be fun to watch.
Right,
and,
most definitely.
I mean, we, just watching them the other night, or last night, I guess it was, I completely agree.
We've been up here quite a bit, so trying to get all that in there. We're going to see starting lineups now from Dan Fox.
A senior, number 12, Colby Reese. A senior, number 24, Lyra Fox. A junior, number 44, Gunnar Meyer. A sophomore, number 42, Mason Harder. The Warriors are coached by Marty McDowell. And now, for our Jayhawks, a junior, number 0, Parker McComb. A senior, number 2, Roy Caresser. A senior, number 5, Chase Pilcher. A freshman, number 14, Jack Miller. And a junior, number 23, Carson Molina. The Jayhawks are coached by Joe Smines, assisted by Steve Schmidt.
All right, we wasn't used to that this week. Only had one game each, and now we're doing it back-to-back, so we're not used to this break all of a sudden, or having no break, I guess, getting right back into it.
I mean, we get paid overtime for this, right?
Yeah, I think it's an extra 20%, something like that. All right, we're ready to play basketball here in Jesup. Again, a very limited crowd, as maybe if you joined in wondering where is everybody at. Well, due to restrictions here in the state of Iowa, only each player gets 2 tickets to use, or I guess their families decide how they want to use them. So unless you get creative and you end up like us, who has no horse in the game, we make our way up here and get to watch basketball in person.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody is sitting at home wondering where everybody is at, they may have been living in the cave for the last year. Lee now picks up an early foul. That's probably an inadvisable foul. I'm not sure what he was doing that far out, trying to guard Reese, but he gets on the board early, not in the way we want him to. Reese takes it right to the hole, pass underneath. Not there, picked up by Pilcher, who is quickly back the other way, right to the hoop and in. Nice drive by Pilcher, flexing on him.
Yeah, we talked about this last time. It's one thing seeing Jason in the football outfit. You can't quite see how he's developed since last year, but he's a force to be reckoned with now.
Yeah, he's a strong kid.
And Wapsie Valley putting some energy in that paint, trying to find it, and a shot from the outside.
3 seconds in the lane, and I don't know. We've got some screwed up numbers here. We've got
there's a 44 out there too. I'm not sure if you're trying to do some.
That's
some
Gunner.
calculated efforts.
Gunner. Okay, so Gunner's Gunner. That's not right. Yeah, Gunner's 44. We've got him as 50 on here. Mason is 42. There's Gunner straight to the rack. No good. I tell you what, Gunner Meyer, that kid can jump out of the gym. I saw him throw a couple down last year that were pretty impressive.
2 points. Pilcher
Deep
holds
three.
that. Kresser had 31 last night. And there's the steal. Kresser finds it, goes left-sided layup. And Wapsie Valley coming hard, trying to knock that down with Meyer.
And this is what I like about this Jesup
shakes
squad.
his right hand. I think he slapped that board a little hard.
Yeah. This is what I like about this Jesup squad, though. I mean, we're not big, but we're quick.
Over to Harder. Now Wapsie tries to come in.
Oh,
and
that's late.
Pilcher. I'm going to say, was it Pilcher that touched him a little bit?
Yeah, it was the right call. A little late, though. I kind of feel like he was waiting to see if that shot was going to fall before he called the foul.
So that will send Bellis to the free throw line. And again, no games under their belt yet. Was it an air 5 is what he was doing in the lane? Did you see that?
I didn't see it. It is 2020, though.
I suppose. Free throw in.
Safety first.
Under
McCone,
6 minutes.
McCone to bring the ball up for the Jayhawks.
Pressure comes up top of the key. He looked quickly. Covered tight by Meyer. Board no good. Up from Lee now, and he's trying to find his way here.
Got himself too far under.
Jack Miller, good protection on that dribble. Comes across midcourt. We're going to set that offense up. Pilcher will come over a little bit. Again, Jack Miller, just a freshman. Kresser and Pilcher seniors on this squad.
So up and down for both squads so far. A lot of quickness on this court.
Thanks everybody joining in on Facebook and YouTube tonight. Over 200 watching right now on YouTube. Wapsie Valley can't get people in the gym, they're watching online, so you better behave, Luke. Deep three.
Reese.
Takes the lead for Wapsie Valley, 5-4.
That's a kid, of course, the brother of Kate, who we saw in the girls' game. That's a kid you don't want to leave open on the three-point arc. There you go, way to stay with. Yeah, Lee now, big
Shoots it,
fella.
pulls it down, puts it back up.
And that's what we need out of him.
6-5. Big confidence builder last night, that huge win over Oline. Lean in down low, Harder forces the right side, can't get it, lands in the hands of Kresser. Kresser watching his tail. Sees a Warrior sneaking up, now with McCone.
Oh, I don't know.
No good.
I mean, it's open, but that maybe was a little too deep.
It's just hard to get shots. Bellis misses that one. Jack Miller, look right side, Brody Kresser. Oh, almost there. Miller tries to pull it down again. Bellis. Back and forth, still looking for a drop.
Boy, this is like watching the girls' game, man. Nobody can hit the broadside of a barn.
Kresser,
Cross court.
Miller, does he have it?
Boom.
He does.
Knocks it down. Freshman, ice cold.
Wow.
There we go. Jesup off to a good start, leads 9-5 over the defending state champions, the Wapsie Valley Warriors. Coach McCowan wants to talk things over with this group.
So 9-5 where we're looking right now. Miller again with that 3. Lenau, Pilcher, Kresser, each with 2 apiece. But, you know, we haven't talked about this, but this is the first time all of the boys on this team have been together in like 2 weeks.
Yep, we've got all the faces down there again. But man, they're in this game right now because of their sense of urgency. They know who they're playing.
Right.
They know the reputation. They know what these guys from Wapsie Valley are coming in thinking. They want this win. They want to repeat what they did last year, and the Jesup boys want to stand in their way.
Well, I'm sure Marty was watching us last night with his staff, trying to get a sense of what this team looked like, do a quick scout.
He did watch them. I mean, I talked to him just over chat before the game, and he did. He said he was impressed by the way we looked last night.
He's talking about us, or he was talking about the team?
Us, you and I.
Oh, yeah, that's what I figured as much. Yeah, of course.
You know, now that you say that, I wonder if maybe he was talking about the team.
That just makes even more sense now that you say it. McCone coming left side, comes through traffic, doesn't find it. And there we see fueling in the game. To Kresser, McCone. That one comes off the iron, and even with it. Pilcher, a little fadeaway. That one can't go either. Take the lid off that basket.
Jesup doing a nice job on the board so far, getting those second, third opportunities, and that's what we're going to need to have a chance in this game.
Gavin Nolan set to return.
Good defense by Even.
Scrapping in the lane. Wapsie will get one in. It's been a while. Lansgard drops that in.
Step back.
No good, and a little pressure. Looks like it did come off of Wapsie Valley and off of O'Donnell.
A little scrap underneath there between O'Donnell and Carter Even.
Under 2 minutes. First quarter.
Nolan
fueling. Deep one.
Got it.
Wow, look at that.
Fill it up. Nolan into the game, replacing McCone.
Deep pull down low. Harder. Whistle's blown.
Nice snag by Harder. I thought that one was going into the Jayhawk on the wall there, but he got up for that.
Second personal.
Shoot a couple.
For Pilcher. He's going to watch it a little bit here.
Lenau going to come in for Pilcher.
Harder, first points for him on the board by a free throw.
Yeah, that's the thing about, I mean, Pilcher plays so hard, but we really count on that senior leadership in this game, so he's got to be careful too. Play hard, but play smart.
Lansgard pulls down that board, trying to force shot low, in and out. Westfall can't get it to go either, and
there you go.
Foul underneath.
Yep, I think that's
Wapsie Valley.
The foul is going to go against Andrew Westfall, who recently came into the game for the Warriors.
First team foul for Wapsie Valley. 93 seconds to go.
Casey O'Donnell also snuck into the game. I know you've called his name a couple times already, but try to catch these players when they come in and out.
Nolan setting up that defense on Westfall. Little
Nice
fadeaway
move.
drops in. Wapsie Valley finding their way.
Strong move by Harder. Deep three.
No good. Again, Brody had 31 points last night.
I tell you what, the Jayhawks are not afraid to let it fly from deep. I've seen, I think McCone had the deepest one. He was about a good 6 feet beyond the arc.
Well, you were talking about Jack Miller warm-ups last night. He was well beyond that line. Westfall coming right side, does roll in.
Quick.
Under a minute.
Tied up
at 12. We've had a lot of shots, but not a lot of drops. But that's the first time we'll see, actually second time we'll see Lenau put one through.
That's one of the prettiest moves I've seen Lenau make.
And Lenau wasn't seeing that coming where he was at defensively. Missed shot, has Kresser taking it front of the court, and we have a traffic jam that he's got to try and get through.
A couple of defenders trying to collapse on Brody as he's got a full head of steam and collision. McCone, Miller back into the game. Nolan, what else did we have? Corbin Fueling, sorry.
Miller deep three. Wapsie Valley pull that down. Trying to sneak in. O'Donnell hangs on to it. Under 20 seconds. There's your shot. Top of the key. No good from Bellis. Double follow-up. Does go in from Harder.
You're going to have to box out on Carter because he's too tall and jumps too well to just leave him wide open for a rebound.
That one's high up. No good. Brody. Wow. Pulled that in. Ducked down.
About got his head taken off, didn't he?
He put his head down when he needed to. Otherwise, he'd be sitting on the bench, too. And his body be still running around.
Going to inbounds underneath the Jesup basket. Carter even in the middle.
7/10 of a second. Trying to get a shot off. And it will not happen. Wow, quick first quarter.
Typical Jayhawk Warrior basketball. Tied at 14 after period 1. Strong play both sides. Both teams just hustling their butts off. I mean, anybody that likes basketball, this is the best, man. I love this. I love this style of play. Get the ball down the court, take it right at the defense. You want to rebound, you better be willing to get physical. And fun game so far.
End of the first period, 14-14. Again, the score. And, talk about an advantage. At least, Coach McCowan had a chance to kind of see what he was up against tonight. Jesup didn't have anything to scout other than maybe what they saw from this team last year when you're just missing a couple players.
Yeah. Well, so the advantage Jesup has coming into this game is they are the obvious underdog. You've got the defending state champion with the majority of their nucleus back. Everybody's probably assuming they're going to win this game. And Jesup says, hey, we're here to play. We got nothing to lose. Let's do it.
Yeah, see what set the trend. Especially you got all your players back. Corbin Fueling wasn't on that bench the other night. So he's back in there.
That's a push off.
Even. Corner right side. The big guy is going to try a three.
Got it.
Now, how about that?
Rena says, I can do that. Give me a shot, coach.
Keep guarding me. Wapsie Valley's going to see if their offense can work up against
straight up now,
Jesup
straight up
pressure, and they do get it to drop.
That was good defense, straight up, no foul. That's just a good offensive play by Harder.
He's got 7. Still trail by 1, and
continuation. Do we do that? No.
So it'll be a second personal for Harder. That is the 14th foul for Wapsie Valley. Just looking at the first half or first quarter stats, Jesup shooting 30% from the field.
Filled up. Harder's a good one to get on the bench. Like to keep him out of there as long as possible. Rebound by Lee now.
Presser had the 3. Jesup gets the ball back. McCone looked left, tries to force it in, and there's the foul inside.
Yeah, good take by McCone. Man, that's a close one. I think the ref got it right, but Reese was close.
Jesup 7 of 23 that first quarter. Wapsie Valley 5 out of 14. And you're looking at 7 second chance points for Jesup.
That was a good call. I rewound it, and both the defenders were moving into position as McCone met them. Get in there.
That shot rings around, doesn't happen. 21-16.
Reese walks the ball up the court, surveys the situation. Good defense by Miller.
Did you get in Coach Conrad's ear when you were down there? you talk to him about coming up at halftime at all?
I didn't. I can though. We've already texted a bit.
Okay. Well, once you have your people, call his people.
I will.
And
I'll
see
do
if we
that.
can make that happen. Pull down from McCone.
Jesup with the active hands early in this game.
Quick go.
Another.
Gets it and puts it up there. Wow. Presser continues to roll.
Coach McCowan calm. Just looking. There was no timeout. I don't know what the whistle was for. Everybody looked at McCowan and he's just like, I didn't call a timeout.
Well, you got the officials kind of smiling, especially the one here on this side. Like, what happened? Errant whistles. I think people just assumed that was a good point where you would call a timeout.
Yeah, he's just standing down there looking at things.
Or maybe it was one of Marty's little tricks he has.
Good
block
defense
up from
by
Leno. It's
Leno.
still loose. Well, going down hard.
There you go,
Even
buddy.
has
The big man doing work.
it. Presser. No good on the three. Evan's going to hold back. Pull down that board from Ott. He'll make his way quickly down the end of the floor. Miller comes up tight on defense. Even will snake up a little bit. You see Jack looking out of the corner of his eye, watching that dribble. He finds that ball. Miller's going to cut over, no look to Cresser. Does he do another three? In and out, no good. Evan's going to pull back.
Don't let Jack Miller fool you. He's a freshman, but if you just saw that cross the court, no look pass, that's an experienced pass.
He's got some awareness. And Leno gets trolled up in the dribble. Wow, we're back and forth. Almost like a middle school game down there, but wow, aggressive.
I like it. Got some emotion out there, some jaw jacking. This is a game. Come to play or get off the court.
I see Coach Sabers has delegated his statistics duties tonight.
There's too much excitement in a Jesup Wapsie game to.
He wants to pay attention.
Lee now wants another three.
Under 5 minutes. Halftime. We'll get head coach Jordan Conrad up here. Talk about that win over Wapsie Valley here that happened earlier tonight.
Yeah, let me get him.
Get your people to get all of his people to talk to their people. Post up by Leno is going to see the ball drop in, and it's 24-18. 4 points for Lansgard. Ooh, a little hack.
Get in there.
As Lansgard was going in.
Paxson flexing on him.
Parker McCone.
Shoot.
Haven't called him Peyton yet.
Paxson's at home just happy as heck right now because he's getting all the credit. It's like, I don't even have to play this game. I'm getting credit.
So McCone's got 3 points, trying to build on that.
Jayhawks up 26-18 over the Wapsie Valley Warriors. Make that 27-18. 4:25 to go in the second period in Jesup, as evidenced by the giant Jayhawk on the center of the court.
Oh, that's what that is. And at the end lines.
I like to state the obvious.
Well, I know. Did you know our colors are orange and blue?
Well, I'm colorblind, Nate, so thanks.
Wow, that answers all your stoplight tickets. Didn't see the flashing red.
I have been known to run a few red lights. Fortunately, to my benefit, I have not gotten a ticket for that yet. Nice feed.
Were you able to outrun the radio or what?
No, I just always do it in the right place at the right time. Never any traffic, no cops. Just ask my wife, though. It's a regular occurrence.
Yeah, I'm glad she could look up from her phone long enough to see you do it.
Touche.
Meyer pulls that down. 27-20.
Gunner looking for the lane.
Lansgard.
Pilcher back into the game for the Jayhawks. Provides some strength. Nice
fight in there from Reese.
Reese
And Lansgard, he'll go up and he'll find it.
Reese really did a nice job elbowing his way inside to get that bunny. Didn't get the roll, but
Fueling down to Kresser. A little more conservative now.
Jack thought about it.
He did.
He'll take this one. Nope. Parker.
Wide open to Parker, though. They're letting
Got
him
it.
shoot those from outside.
Yeah, and they're not letting them shoot him. I mean, we have 4 legit three-point shooters on the perimeter right now. So you let any one of them have a step on you, they may knock it down.
Kerry didn't like that comment, apparently.
Reese,
Truth hurts.
nice power move underneath. See if he can't get himself a three-point play here.
Reese with the 5, make some changes in here.
Lean out back in for the Jayhawks. Ott, Bellis back in for the Warriors. Reese at the line. He will get that. Spent some time talking to Kobe Reese earlier this year. It was actually during football. Man, what a nice kid. I said earlier in the girls game, that whole family just really phenomenal people. But he is the most humble kid you'll ever talk to.
Lee now tried to get one in there.
And arguably last year he was he probably didn't take it to the rack enough. You know, he's such a generous point guard. He wants to distribute that ball like a good point guard. But great kid. Yeah, that's a charge. Wapsie Valley closing the gap on the Jayhawks. It's now 30-27 with Wapsie set to inbounds the ball. Two minutes to go in the second period.
Halftime, girls coach Jordan Connon will join us on our halftime show. And there's Lansgard. That's the boy we met last weekend when I did a little business with his dad.
Also a great kid.
Yeah.
That was a great conversation we had with him. Very, very nice, well-spoken young man.
And Wapsie Valley, you can see they're trying to figure this out. Not used to this.
Well, Jesup's got some quickness, but there's another team on the court that's got plenty of quickness too. And
you know, the Wapsie Valley team though, they went pretty deep into football playoff season too.
They're athletes, man. They're
quick passes from Jesup. Fueling, beautiful shooter, can't get that one to drop.
Bellis to the rack, no good. Good defense by Brody.
And they just kind of letting McCone dribble on that paint. Nice arms up from Nolan. Pressure, nice by Gavin down there. And it was kind of a desperation outlet.
Give Westphal some credit though. Geez, just even to get his hands on that thing.
McCone, 30-29.
McCone walks the ball up.
The last 60 seconds.
Come on.
Got an elbow up from McCone. Dinging for that.
Lenau's got to be stronger, you know. McCone's trying to get him that ball at the top of the free throw line, and I think Lenau had kind of looked away to see where he was going with it before he really had his hands on it. So sends Bellis to the line here on McCone's foul.
Had a couple drop earlier. Gets that first one to go.
Bellis dealing with a little sweat in the eyes, I think, maybe.
Get some pre-wrap.
Yeah.
You know, seems to work.
Short on the second.
Or is that just a style thing? Nolan, right side, Jack Miller. He was deep, can't hit it. Under 45 seconds.
Wapsie quickly back down the court in the hands of Kobe. No good.
Brody will find it, looking for some help. Taking on his own. Going to run Wapsie down. Fueling back in. Jack Miller. Deep three. It's going to go.
Yeah,
it's going to go.
Shooter's going to shoot.
Tied up at 30. Who's going to have it at halftime? Wapsie will most likely get that last chance at the shot. And Reese,
Nice
he
job.
will make it. 4 seconds, looking for a last second shot here. Miller will be the one that takes it high on the backboard, and wow. Talk about a ball game, Luke. 32-30. Tied up after a quarter, and Wapsie Valley just with that 2-point advantage coming out of halftime. But wow, leading scorer right now for Jesup is Brody Cressler. He's got 8 points. Lenau is 7. And you're looking at 7 points for Harder down with Wapsie Valley, and Lansgard coming off the bench. He's got a total of 8. And Jordan Conrad making his way up here very shortly, and we'll get a chance to talk to him as he will to find his way.
Yeah, great first half of basketball. Jesup, I think, maybe surprised Wapsie a little bit with their intensity, and then in the second period, they calmed down a little bit, got their stuff in order, and pulled ahead by 2 here going into halftime. But man, fun. Love Jesup Wapsie basketball.
All right, so Jordan Conrad making his way up here, and
I guess we're all going to hang out here.
I guess so. I guess
I'll
we'll
let
might as well join
you guys
in.
do the talking. Maybe I'll throw something in here.
Do we got Jordan? Can you give us a little talk? Can you hear?
Yep.
You can?
Well,
okay. You can't hear me, but
I can't hear myself like
well,
I typically can.
I know. You don't want that headset on your head.
It's COVID, man. We gotta be careful.
I didn't want anything you were wearing pre-COVID, so.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Head coach Jordan Conrad joining us right now as his squad goes to 2-0 right, actually 3-0 right now. Got the victory 63-35 over Wapsie Valley, but you look out there, and I don't know what your final stats were. What was the percentage from what went in to what you were shooting?
I don't know. We'll take a look, but we had some good looks there. Good looks in the first half. We just weren't making a lot of them that we've made the last couple games. So it was a rough first half. But encouraging that we were getting some looks we wanted.
Yeah, you look at that very first quarter, right in there, 10-9. They had the advantage there, but then you get into halftime, you keep snaking it up. But what was your discussion at halftime? What was the discussion you can tell us that you went through at halftime?
Yeah,
to try and get that team on track.
It was pretty calm for the most part. I think I did a pretty good job. Basically what we talked about is. We got looks that we wanted. We just didn't make them. We got to take an extra half second, slow ourselves down, finish those looks. And we talked about that, at some point we've got to play one of our worst halves of basketball, and we were going to chalk it up to the first half being at that time. So get it out of the way early in the season. Yeah,
go ahead, Luke. You got a question in there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Coach, I kind of felt like it was near the end of the first period there where you put the full court press on, and we kind of had a flurry of activity and got some points on the board, or at least got a couple steals, and that kind of turned the corner a little bit, ignited the fire for the Jayhawks. Did you get that sense? Absolutely.
Yeah, we weren't able to get into it early because we weren't getting any baskets to fall.
Yeah.
So we weren't able to get into our pressure early. But credit to them, they were in their 3-2 zone, and we didn't do a good job with it early.
Yeah.
We got better with it as it went on, but something we worked on in practice. We just weren't getting the ball to the spots that we worked on in practice. In the second half, we did a lot better job of that.
Yeah, and as we hadn't had a chance to talk since we talked on Jayhawks in the booth, but after 2 games in so far this week, talk about this team. It's a young group, but they've got some skills down there.
Yeah, it's a young group. There are no seniors, so that's always a different dynamic. Not something most teams are used to, but very encouraging for the future. But we're going to get up and down. We got to force some turnovers. We've got to do a little bit better job on the boards. I think we did a better job on offensive rebounding tonight, but we talked about the other night. I think Sumner Fred had 24 offensive rebounds, and that's just you're not going to win many games when you give up 24 offensive rebounds. They had as many
Right.
as many offensive rebounds as we did total rebounds. So that usually doesn't equate to a W, but we found a way to make that go against the math there.
Coach, can you talk about, your defensive game plan, especially as related to Kate Reese? She ended up with just a handful of points.
Yeah, just 6 points I think she had.
I assume that was by design.
Yeah, she was one of the focal points for us. Her and Bodensteiner were a couple of the focal points for us, and Bodensteiner still probably ended up with 15 or 16.
16
So,
points is what I had.
She still had a good night. She made
fair amount of free throws.
Yeah, she did a good job. She has a good job positioning herself down low and drew some fouls, knocked a 3 or 2 down on us. That's one we're going to have to live with. She's pretty skilled. I talked to their coach, and she's taken a big stride since last year, I think. I could tell on film that she'd taken a big stride forward, and she'll be a tough matchup for teams this year.
Yeah, and even looking through how deep you guys can go now, and Luke and I were commenting, and you had the luxury of getting some of your bench, actually all your bench in the game,
Mm-hmm.
but there's not much of a drop-off when you look at bringing your 6th, 7th, 8th, even 9th people off the bench. Bolden had 4 points, and she was focused out there.
Yeah, she stepped up big for us tonight. She's got the capability. I've told a couple of people her game reminds me a lot of Natalie's right now. She's really, when she wants to work defensively, she's really tough defensively. She's got a few things to. Once in a while, she get lost on positions on rotations, but for the most part, at least she's working hard. She does a really good job. Does a really good job cutting without the basketball, moving without the basketball, and I think that's something that Natalie does really well as well for us. So her game just really reminds me of Natalie's, which is a good thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say she had a pass across the top of the defense across the lane to a cutting.
Laney Pilcher.
Was it Laney?
Yes, it was.
Okay,
We
yeah,
talked about the play.
yeah, Laney, and man, that was pretty, and really, that was credit to Andrea. Just to make that perfect. Well, probably credit to you for setting up that play, but
No,
but it was really a thing of beauty to watch from up here.
Yeah, that was towards the end of the third quarter when Adriana got in there and she threw a great pass in there, and we came over before the fourth, and we were putting the starters back in, and I told them, Laney, how wide open were you on that dive? And she said open, and I said, who's done the best job all night is that girl right there, and I pointed at Adriana, and the girls all agreed that she got to the spot she was supposed to. She looked for the pass that we've been looking for all night, and she made a good pass.
Yeah, it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, for sure.
So moving on, got a couple more games next week. Hit the road to Hudson Tuesday, AP on Friday. So seem to be healthy, seem to be moving in the right direction. Fingers crossed, and
hopefully everything stays that way. Yeah, Hudson will be a tough game too. They really took it to Wapsie as well last week. So,
Coach, good luck. Congratulations, 63-35 win over Wapsie Valley, and we will talk to you again next Friday.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Head Coach Jordan Conrad on our halftime show as we will step away for just about 2 minutes, catch our breath, and be back with second half action. It's a Donnybrook 32-30 Wapsie Valley leading right now over Jesup here in Jesup.
Shut up and sit down. Sit down.
You're having your own little private conversation, interview with Coach Conrad. We almost forgot there was another game happening.
Yeah, that's the buzzer started. They're on the court, and we're just still jaw-jacking.
Here we go, looking for a second of action to get rolling here. Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Kleberg. That is Luke Baldwin. Anthony Baugh, the Magic Suitcase, running things up in the upper patio deck of the South Gym. And Eric Clark on camera here on the Jayhawk Sports Network. Wapsie Valley gets the ball first in the second half. Looking to start things off quickly here in that possession with a three. Doesn't fall. Jack Miller, he'll pull that in. McCone hangs on to it.
Oh, nice.
No look to Pilcher. Is going to get knocked in the back, but he'll get helped up quickly by Wapsie Valley and Meyer.
Good sportsmanship by the Warriors there, helping Pilcher up. Very obvious foul, but nice dish by McCone through the defense. Get the roll there, Pilcher.
Got his 3 points so far as he gets that one in and out. Had a ton of rebounds the other night against Oline, last night that is. He said he's on, his focus right now is to beat his grandpa Rex's rebound record from Jesup High, which that record's held for a while.
Yep, big Rex Reinhardt. Everybody knows Rex. If you're from Jesup or Fairbank, you know who Rex Reinhardt is. Jesup Gym, mainstay of Jesup. Maybe watching from home, I don't know.
Yeah, he's usually got it on.
I think I saw Jean up here earlier for the girls' game, so she must have scored one of the. What do they get? Every player gets 2 tickets right now. So
but since Jason's on staff, he gets a free pass, and then he had to walk over and say, "All right, Jeannie, it's time for you to go."
Someone, it seems like people are abiding by that rule for the most part.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some sneaky ones over there somewhere. Miller takes a three, but gets touched, and there was Lee now trying to get his handle on it. Meyer takes a dribble inside the paint, tries to force a shot, and McCone will pull down with it. Brody wide open, and he's going to take the charge.
Right idea.
Charge given.
Yeah, right idea by McCone. Hits Brody in the corner, but coming in a little hot, and Reese set up well for the charge.
He saw him coming. Under 7. Wapsie Valley cross that timeline with Reese. Left side, bring it to Ott.
Out of bounds.
Skirt out.
I'd like to see us get it inside to Lenau here and take it at harder a bit. See if we can't get him a 3rd foul here early in the 3rd period.
So just looking here, because there was a comment here on Facebook that Jordan McCrane had. How many threes were attempted in that first? If you're ready for this, Jesup, to this point right now, 6 of 24.
Well, coach has definitely given them the green light. Not just the green light, but the green light to shoot from pretty much wherever you want to shoot from.
Which means they were 5 of 14 from inside the arch.
Nice shot by Lee now. He's really got a good stroke for a kid his size. We've got Westfall and Landsgaard checked in for the Warriors. Westfall brings some serious quickness to the floor for the Warriors. I mean, quickness is relative. All of these guys look freakishly quick to me.
Well, they're most definitely quicker than you and I.
Any one of them would break my ankle in a heartbeat.
Well, only off of a bet. Outside, there you go to Westfall.
Off the target.
Now Jack Miller. McCone eyeing around that arch, looking for his opportunity. Looking for that offense to get into motion.
Things have definitely slowed down here in the second half on both sides of the court. A little more intentional about running their offense.
Lino almost loses that, but now Pilcher's going to go to the hoop, and he's going to see that go out, and is it going to come off of Wapsie Valley or off of Lino? Looks like come off of Bellis.
Yeah, that was nice defense. I thought it was Gunnar Meyer with the defense there. Pilcher looked to have a wide open path to the layup. But Gunnar gets in the road.
Lenow is going to go by himself.
Nice
and
move.
Left side, he drops it in there. Take him to a total of 10 points right now. Under 5 minutes. Third period. Got to get that changed up in the scoreboard. Wapsie Valley pushes that in. Landsgaard continues to increase his total.
Nice work around the hoop by Landsgaard. Jack Miller, no good. One of these games, those are going to start falling for Jack. He's got all the confidence in the world. I know he's not going to stop shooting. And he wouldn't be shooting those if he didn't have the ability to knock them down.
Westfall, he gets one to bank in. He goes to 5.
Boy, we got to be careful with that entry pass into the lane like that. That's going to be out on Bellis. Bellis looks like he whacked his shin or
did he hit that
lower
stair
leg?
over
Yeah,
there?
that bottom metal stair. That couldn't have felt good. Bellis,
seems necessary but unnecessary.
Bellis also another good kid. Knows his dad anyway. Fun guy.
Pilcher breaks that up. Westfall. He goes again. He's finding his zone. 7 points for him.
Westfall's just been a great kid off the bench.
See McCone come back in here shortly.
Carter asking for it down there.
Pilcher gets caught up in the back pocket.
That foul goes against Westfall.
Jack Miller will have that seat.
Gunnar Meyer out of the game. As we see Casey O'Donnell back in. Coach McCowan basically rotating 3 guys in from the bench, O'Donnell, Westfall, and Landsgaard. Outside of that, it's pretty much his 5 starters. Obviously, he's got a bench full of young men down there that could probably come in and do some damage.
Pilcher's going to recover that loose ball. Looking for somebody, but Westfall snags it. Gets a handle on it, down low, put it up from Reese, doesn't go. Wapsie Valley again going to bring that back out, set that offense again. O'Donnell had it, push it down into Harder.
That's good.
And pressure down, and is that even?
Yeah, Carter
even came down and just bounced that head off the floor, and we'll bring him in to get checked out by our trainer. But it's quiet in here anyway, but you could hear that thing hit the floor.
Yeah, that was
So coming up in next week on Tuesday, Jesup will be on the road to Hudson. And then we will have the game broadcast here 1 week from tonight as Appleton Parkersburg will come to town. Looking ahead to schedule, Jayhawk Wrestling Tournament taking place here tomorrow. There is no youth tournament on Sunday. High school winter concert going to be on Monday, and I think Jayhawk Sports Network bringing that, Anthony, is that right? On high school on Monday as we see Even make his way off the bench, or make off the floor to come towards the bench. Make sure he's all right.
Well, little groggy. I'm sure they'll probably
do some concussion protocols, I suppose. You get into that to make sure.
I don't know. He seems to be okay, so maybe he already checked out. He whacked it pretty good. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just one of those weird reactions, but he went down hard on that floor. That's not. I'm not laughing at him. I don't. That's just an involuntary reaction. I don't know.
You mean
what
like
that's
we were watching that that video of the high school player? They hit the official, and I took a big old laugh at it, and that was again not funny. But I'm like, I can't believe it happened.
Oh, Pilcher, you got to drop step and go right up with that, buddy.
McCone, right side, take it to Fueling.
That looked good. So Jesup needs some stops and some scores because Wapsie is in a groove right now. They've built up a 10-point lead on the Jayhawks.
And they were driving things pretty well, and now they're playing a little bit of catch-up. Wapsie Valley has slowed down their game.
That was pretty. That'll work.
McCone, Rainbows one in.
All right,
9
we got
points.
We got to get aggressive on defense now.
Lansgard doesn't fall. Right in there is Harder. Wapsie Valley's figuring themselves out. Got a full half in. Work out some kinks. I'm sure Coach McCown made some adjustments at halftime. Rim no good on that deep three, but Jesup right now trying to live and die on the three.
Reese with the head of steam. McCone comes at him. You gotta know that's going to be a foul.
He has 4 personals right now, so he will have a seat.
Yeah, Westfall. Who we got? We got Gunner into the game. Gunner Meyer into the game, and there was one other. Who we got over there? 24. That is Tyler Ott into the game for the Warriors.
Meyer has Pilcher covering him. Now Fueling in that corner. Zion Ott. Reese. Pull things back. We're here with 1:14 to go, third period.
Wapsie's just got so many weapons. I mean, you really can't. You can't focus on 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. You got to guard every single one of them, especially that one. And we were trying to guard him, but Reese is one talented kid.
That was calculated. 49-37. These teams were tied up at 14 after the first quarter. Wapsie Valley took the last shot to get the points in the second quarter to go into halftime with a 32-30 lead.
Well, Jesup had a 10-point lead at least for a bit there.
Early on.
Now
Jack Miller.
That's a nice
little
jump shot.
Little right there.
Maybe you'd like to see a little more of that from Jackie.
Right.
I think he's relying too much on the deep three right now. Get yourself on the move and shoot that jump shot. Clearly, you are capable.
Ott put it into Harder. Trying to get past Lee now, and that's a
Can't
beautiful
guard
shot
that.
too.
Yeah.
Take him to 13 points. And see if they can hang on for that last shot in this third quarter. They're pushing him out. Brody Kresser sees that pick from Lee now. Opens up. He tries another three.
Oh, boy.
He was in line. He was in line from here. And a deep shot. Wapsie Valley off that back of the iron. No good, as that will wrap up our third quarter. Wapsie Valley 52, Jesup 39. Jayhawks only able to get 9 points in that third period compared to the 20 that Wapsie Valley put up.
Yeah, well, Wapsie doing Wapsie stuff right now. They've, like we said, there's no weak spots on this team. You can try to lock down a couple guys here and there, but they've got 3 other guys that are going to exploit you. And yeah, I mean, they're playing good basketball, unselfish basketball. They're moving it around, scoring different ways, different people. And Jesup is just not getting a lot of good looks right now. We're relying a lot on 3 balls that we're not knocking down. I like to see that. I like to see Jack Miller with that little mid-range jumper. Doesn't hurt to get yourself inside a little bit, a little closer to the rim if you're not making them outside.
Jesup 29% from the field right now, 14 of 47, 6 of 29 from the arch. Wapsie Valley 20 of 39, that's 51% this game from the field. 3-point wise, they've only taken 9 shots from beyond that arch and made 2 of them.
There we are with another shot. 4th quarter, legs are tired. You got to get into it if you're going to throw it up there from deep.
Looking at some stats too, Wapsie Valley's taking advantage of points off of turnovers as well.
Nice move by Harder.
Jack Miller will snake that. Sees Cresser open down floor. And Cresser had 31 points last night against Oline. And Pilcher, he's like, why not?
Pilcher's not a guy that you necessarily want shooting that 3 too often, but hey, man, if you're going to make it, fire away.
7:09 to go in the game. Still within reach. Jesup just has to play some clean basketball. Pilcher has to set up that offense. Finds Lena, who was right there, and ooh, that was a shot we needed.
Lucky he didn't get called for the charge there. Nice feed inside. Couldn't get the Tyler Ott not able to get the roll.
Down flow in the corner. Cresser's going to step in a little bit and try and get Lena to come to the hole, and they keep trying to block that shot, and with a lot of success.
Gunner, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, Pilcher.
Pilcher's got everybody behind him. He's on his own, and charge. He saw it. He knew where he needed to be.
Yeah, that was a good call. He was set. Pilcher doesn't like it, but
I mean, his 3rd personal 6 for the team. Got a comment on here that the Wapsie Jesup game every year should be played in that old gym.
yeah, I like it. I don't know who made that comment.
Jordan McGrain.
McGrain, that's an old Jesup name. Coach McGrain. I don't know if that's a relative, but we don't have internet in the old gym.
But I bet Anthony could figure it out. He's that good. He's good as he wants to be.
There was a Mike McGrain.
Free throw, count that in for Bellis. It's his 8th point of the night. Wapsie Valley is finding themselves, if not found already. Miller with a deep 3.
Boy, I just want him to get one of those.
Pilcher's going to try and 3. Ooh, in and out, and McCone. He was gambling on his 5th personal foul. And Pilcher will help him out of bounds, and they'll give him a whistle.
Yeah, that's going to be 4 on Pilcher. He did. He got him with the body.
Little smile, he knows. 54-42, Wapsie Valley champions from last year in the basketball tournament. They played their championship game in front of no fans.
Parker Landsgaard, no good on that free throw. Jesup
looking for somebody. Miller will bring it up the floor. No look to the corner. Cresser
Man. We
Catch
got
up
it.
3 game. Reese across midcourt. Pilcher will pick him up. Wide open with Meyer. Now Miller pulls it back, slows it down. Looking down floor. He sees Presser again. That time he'll hit.
Coach Smines, he's going to take a full timeout after the 3-point make by Brody Kresser makes it a 45-54 game with 4:57 to go.
So get a chance to see our Jesup cheerleaders out there as we get a break here, and only limited to so many cheerleaders, I think, per game, and we got limited fans. So you got to have as much help as we can out there. So I think we got Lily Devlin, we got my daughter Rachel Clayberg out there, Savvy Bain, and Mackenzie. Is that Mackenzie Fenner?
Yeah, let's do it in order. From the right, we've got
Rachel
Clayberg.
Yep.
I just wanted to let you have the shout out to your own daughter. Rachel Clayberg, Mackenzie Fetterspiel, Savvy Bain, and Lily Devlin on the far left.
So Jordan's saying he's not a Jesup guy, he's a Wapsie guy, but unfortunately he's related to Ben Hummel.
Ah, okay.
So at least
We all know Ben Hummel.
At least he's aware.
I'm trying to think. Ben Hummel graduated. Boy, how many years has he
He
been?
would be 3 years.
3
now,
years?
I think. He was on that. He was on that state tournament team.
Okay. That's right.
He was there with Schmidt and
Yep.
Ethan Wyant. Played golf with him this summer. He's a good player.
Yeah, he is. I've not played with him, but I know you were right there. He was a good golfer. Let's see, he ran. Did he run track?
No, he's a golfer.
He did golf in high
Yep.
school too.
Yep.
Okay.
McCone down to
There you go.
Lino.
We need more of that right there.
Just a simple plays down low.
I don't have problems with 3-point shots, but when you got Lino down there, feed the beast.
Pilcher's got 4 fouls. I think he just remembered that. He was getting a little.
It was a good look by Meyer. I think that was Meyer. Off the fingertips of the Jesup defender.
Wapsie Valley. See what their offense can do. Yep, Tyler Lee now on that team too.
Tyler Lino.
Fingers back.
It's a foul on Jack Miller. Not sure which side the complaints are coming from there. Got this headset on. It's hard to tell who was not in favor of what happened there, but okay, the Jesup fans didn't like that. I thought it felt like it was underneath me. I'm like, seems odd that they would be upset about that.
11 points, under 4 minutes now. There's Pilcher. Miller into Lee now, takes the spin.
Nice
Oh,
move, Lee
that's what he
now.
needed.
Right there,
Get some
keep
focus.
it up.
Get some focus in there, 14 points.
Full court press by the Jayhawks. Watch it now, Pilcher. Pilcher says, where's the other side of my press?
Little forearm to McCone, and
Come on, McCone, you
Doesn't
can't
like
complain
that.
about that. That was a foul all day long. Got to move the feet, buddy.
so that's number 5 for him.
You can't run into the defender and not expect the foul.
Corbin Fueling will come in. Corbin had quite a few minutes last season on the varsity squad. 5'10" junior guard. From the southwest side of town.
I think McCone's just more unhappy that he's got to sit on the bench for the rest of this game. He really played a nice game for the Jayhawks, did a nice job not only shooting the ball but distributing the ball.
Just got caught up.
I'm siding with Marty on
Marty,
that one.
didn't hear it either.
He heard 2 hits. He's right.
Down below yell if you heard that voice down there. Jack Miller into Fueling. High shot, no good. No one there to follow up on it except
there you go, Jack.
Meyer. Jack's just a heads-up player, and he's going to get blocked, and he will go to the free throw line. Actually, he will not go to the free throw line. Wapsie Valley is in a double bonus.
Casey O'Donnell.
Oh, was on a shooting. They are going to give it to him.
Yep.
There was question on that, I think.
Casey O'Donnell will check in for the Warriors after the first shot by Jack Miller.
Free throw up front of the rim, no good.
Gunnar Meyer heading over to have a conversation with Coach.
Miller gets that free throw. He's got a quiet 6 points. Chasing that defense down, and Harder.
Nice dump by Bellis. Harder.
He goes to 15. Pilcher ducks in. He will draw it. Trying to play some catch up with some free throws, Luke.
Yep, got to knock him down. That's a friendly home court roll. No good on the second. Reese with the rebound, quickly back the other way. Good defense by Jack Miller. Trying to sell it off of Bellis, but the ref says no, not having it.
61-51. Wapsie Valley has it on the inbound. Swarmed by Jayhawks, and Lena is going to swat it away. Wapsie's going to save it. Big shot up from O'Donnell doesn't go. They'll save it again, and this time Lena will pull it down. Jump ball, Wapsie Valley.
A lot of action there. Tyler Ott back into the game to replace Westfall. We got Anthony down here, about dropped her camera off the balcony, off the patio.
Reese with that shot, giving some energy to Wapsie Valley. He's got 18 points. But Lena has it, and Coach Smines would like that timeout as Carson Lena, 16 points for him. As what were you doing with the camera? As I look down to Facebook and I see it all of a sudden going to point. Oh,
The lock, you know, it's got that lock that keeps it from just flipping up and down.
Yeah, we would have been off the patio. Who knows how that all would have been. Anyway, 2:26 to go in this game. And I look to the right and I see the wrestling squad set to go to get some mats set up for the big tournament tomorrow.
Yep.
That kind of gets us a flashback to that 5 overtime game we had against Union a couple of years back, and the wrestling tournament was going to take place the next night or the next day. And
Archery.
oh, it was archery. It was you. You poor man had to stick around. I feel like there was another game that wrestling had to stick around late too. And Pilcher's going to go sit down. He was getting blocked in that set, and he just kept moving, and Pilcher rolled the dice on him. And Coach Smine's not happy about it. But we're going to see, Even's going to come back in. We haven't seen him since he went down, hit his head at the end of the floor.
Good, I'm glad to see him back out on the court. He took a pretty good spill there, so.
Fueling, Miller, Even, Kresser, Lenau, all out there for the Jayhawks. As you have two fouled out right now with McCone and Pilcher. And that one drops in off the hands of Harder. He's got 17 total points.
Reese, Bellis, Ott, Harder, and O'Donnell on the floor for the Wolverines.
And Miller says, I'm not done yet.
Did I just say Wolverines?
Maybe.
Yeah. That's,
Possible.
That's the Warriors.
10-point difference. It's been like this for a little while.
Yeah, Wapsie Valley, they've maintained control of this game since the half. Jesup has had a couple spurts here and there, but I don't feel like Wapsie has ever really let this out of their control, and unless Jesup does something dramatically different here, I'm not sure I see that changing, but really proud of the Jayhawks tonight. This game's not over, by the way. I'm not on the court, so I can say whatever I want, but
yeah, they keep asking you to leave when you try and get out. Drop-in shot from Wapsie Valley. Harder, he found his way in there.
I think Carter could have had that. He just needed to turn his head like a football player defending the receiver. Lean out back into the game. Gunnar Meyer back into the game for the now I'm trying to call them Wildcats. Warriors. What's happening?
Well,
I need
at least
to go
it's
home.
a W, I guess. Meyer, actually Harder. He goes up straight up to 20. That's played away from Fueling. He's not going to get it, but Harder will pull it on the rebound. Thanks for everybody joining us on Facebook and YouTube. Looking like almost 500 people joining us here, watching online here tonight.
So quiet in this gym during foul shots.
Always have to watch how loud we're talking because you don't want to sit there at the line and going, wow, he really needs to make this shot.
Yeah.
And have him look up to us.
Well, I would think it's almost got to be more difficult on the foul shooter when there's literally not a sound in the gym when they're shooting.
Under 2 minutes, Wapsie again by 14. Wapsie Valley will move on to face off against Dyke New Hartford on Tuesday at home.
That'll be a good game.
Missed shot, there's Nolan. Gavin Nolan in the game, a senior. Fueling, back up to Miller. Dish in to Lee now, but nice post up inside with Meyer. Lee now gets over it, 18 points. They keep fighting, but Wapsie spreads that floor out. Ott looking for a shot, and Miller trying to take it. And there's a whistle.
3 seconds, there you go. Coach Smine says travel as well. I agree.
70-58.
I'll take either one.
See if they can take advantage of this opportunity and convert on that turnover. Jack hits that rim, and Nolan, he's a scrappy one. He tried to get it. He's fighting back there on the floor, but Harder's camped out under that basket, just waiting for the throwdown.
That was a sweet pass by Bellis. Bounce pass through the traffic.
Wapsie will start throwing it down, or slowing it down. Presser, Miller, double team in that corner. And we've got a timeout called, and we're going to see mass substitutions for Wapsie Valley come in.
I think they called it travel.
Or was that a travel?
Yeah.
And we're going to see a lot of substitutions for Wapsie Valley.
30-second timeout.
So there will be a timeout on the floor as they set some things up.
See some of these young fellas drop their white shirts, get a little late game PT.
Up by 14, 42 seconds to play.
Jesup subbing in one themselves. We got Parker Dewey coming into the game for the Jayhawks. Parker, a senior.
top. Wapsie Valley with Stark. Kick it out to Barnes on that floor as well. And it will be foul against Wapsie Valley. Actually, or a turnover in Wapsie Valley. We'll see
Travel.
the travel in there. Look down for a minute and see what the call was.
No, I wasn't sure either. I had to look at Anthony. I'm like, that was not a foul.
Meyer tries to force that up. He's going to get fouled there. Jesup still yet to be in the bonus. Meyer, good to see him back on the floor. He went down hard on defense, hit his head early in the second half.
Carter even.
Did I say even or did I say something
You said
else?
Meyer. It's a different team altogether, but that's all right.
There was
because,
an E in it.
Because I've had the Wolverines and the Wildcats on the court tonight, so I'm not judging.
Brody Stark dribbles it up, and they'll dribble out the clock. Final score, Wapsie Valley 72, Jayhawks 58, and that was a great first half of basketball that we saw. And, give credit to Wapsie Valley, had to find themselves in that first half as Jesup was really exploring the floor, if you will, with a lot of attempts on three, and we're getting them a drop and some weren't, but it's interesting, and it's no matter what level you're in, you can live and die by the three.
Yeah, you can. Unfortunately, we were dying by it tonight. We knocked some down early on. Got ourselves a nice 10-point lead early in the second half. Things were looking good. If you didn't expect Wapsie to make a comeback, I think you're crazy because that's just how they're built. And they did come back, and then starting second half, they, as we said before, they were pretty well in control. I wouldn't mind seeing, when we did get it down to Lenau, we had a lot of success with it. I mean, he played a great game down there, and I think sometimes we settled for those deep threes too quickly, and so I'd like to see a little more feeding the beast down there, and then also, if you're not hitting your threes and not hitting a lot of them, maybe just take a couple steps in and hit that mid-range jumper. But that's just from what I'm saying up here, and I'm not a coach. But all in all, that was a fun game of basketball, and I have no problem with the Jayhawks. They played great, and credit Wapsie. They played a great game and came out with the victory.
So we're looking at looking at the scoring, how it kind of broke down here with Wapsie Valley and Jesup. It was tied up at 14 after that first quarter. After that second quarter, 18-16, Wapsie Valley had the advantage there. Even in that fourth quarter, Wapsie Valley only had us by 20-19 difference. But in that third quarter, that's where it broke away again.
For sure.
20-9 difference in there for Wapsie Valley advantage. Right now, leading scorer as we end the evening, Harder, 22 points for him. For Wapsie Valley, he leads the Warriors. 18 for Reese. He started somewhat slow, I felt like, but then really started picking things up. 11 points for Bellis, 10 for Lansgard. He had a big first half and lightened up in that second half as some other players took over. Westfall started picking up in that second half. He ended up with 7. Meyer, I think he had 1 or 2 on the night. Looking at the Jesup scoring, as I will pull up again official results from the team field. You look at 31% from the field. 21 of 66 Jesup was. 9 of 36 from three-point range. A total of 32 rebounds. Defensive rebound-wise, this will tell you, Luke, right there, 36 defensive rebounds for Wapsie Valley. So they were right in. They were right in there to take those. They take those shots. But leading points or leading score right now for Jesup. Give credit to Carson Lenau, 19 points in his 25 minutes of play. Kresser had 11. Miller McCone each with 9, 7 for Pilcher, 3 for Corbin. Fueling but we did see quite a few people get on the floor as well. But looking 3-point wise, who had the most attempts? Cresser 3 of 12 from the arch. Miller 2 of 9 beyond that arch. McCone, he was 1 of 7. But they keep pressing on, keep moving forward. Hudson on Tuesday night, and they will face off against AP right here on this floor. And that's when we'll have our next basketball game will be coming up on that Thursday. We'll have it for you right here on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Clayberg. That's Luke Baldwin. Luke, any final comments before we close things out and leave here for the third time this week?
Jesup, Wapsie Valley, I could watch it every night of the week. I don't win, lose, or draw. Those are always fun games. Couple of great coaches, Coach Mines versus Coach McCowan. Two great crowds. I love the Fairbank crowd. I love the Jesup crowd, obviously. It's just always a fun game. It's competitive. It's a battle. Like I said, I wish we could play it every night.
So we will return here for wrestling coming up on Thursday right here on the Jayhawk Sports Network. And as you see down here on the floor, as maybe in the background, they're getting the mats ready for the big wrestling tournament. And it's taking place in this gym tomorrow on Saturday. Thank you again for everybody from Wapsie Valley to Jesup or wherever you're at following along on the Jayhawks. We appreciate you joining us tonight. We invite you to check out our Facebook page, like it, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to watch this game again on replay or anything else that we have on our channel from previous years, go to Facebook or YouTube and get those there. Jesup losing tonight to Wapsie Valley 72-58. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology with music courtesy of bensound.com. For Luke Baldwin, for Anthony Baugh, and Eric Clark, I'm Nate Clayberg. Everybody have a great rest of your evening. Go Jayhawks and be safe.